How's it going, YouTube? I hope you are doing well today. Today I'm here to talk about a subject which is Roman Catholicism and Babylon religion, and how I believe Roman Catholicism has its roots in this Babylonian religion. Now, the Babylonian religion is ancient. It goes back thousands of years, and it's the founder of the city of Babylon was a man by the name of Nimrod. It was said that Nimrod, he could even kill a lion with his bare hands. He was a legend among the people of the earth. We don't know much about him, Nimrod, but we get wee glimpses of him. There's portions in the Bible that tell us a bit about him. So one of them is Genesis chapter 10, verses 8 to 10. It says, Cush begat Nimrod, and then Nimrod became a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before God. And it says, the beginning of Nimrod's kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, and the land of Shinar. So, from this we can hear that the beginning of Nimrod's kingdom was Babel, or in other words, Babylon. This is where the Babylonian religion was born. The story of the Tower of Babel shows the wickedness of this city. God had commanded his people to scatter through the earth and repopulate it, but instead they stayed in Babel and they built a massive tower in defiance to God. So later on we can read in Genesis chapter 11 verse 4, we read of the people's rebellion against God. The people said, "Let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth." And then in verse 5 we can read, "So God came down to see the children and the tower which they built. And God said, Behold, the people is one, and they all have one language, and this is what they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they've imagined to do. Let us go down and confound their language, that they won't be able to understand one another's speech." So the Lord scattered them abroad over the whole face of the earth, and they left off from building the city. So from these passages we learn that the people of Babylon were scattered everywhere over the whole earth, and they went with their new languages. So when Nimrod died, his wife, Queen Semiramis, she kept the people worshipping her husband through the worship of the sun. She claimed that her husband had now become the sun and was to be worshipped as the sun god. Later in the Queen's life, she became pregnant, and she claimed she had conceived through the rays of the sun. She gave birth to a child whom she named Tammuz. When Tammuz was born, the Queen told the people that her son was actually Nimrod reborn. This then created more worship for Queen Semiramis and her son Tammuz. So, Babylonian religion is spread throughout the generations since the Tower of Babel, and it's brought with it many different ideals, the most prominent one being the worship of Queen Semiramis and Tammuz as a mother and son relationship. So we know that men and women began worshipping the divine mother and godchild long before Jesus was born. This is why we find this same worship all over the world, but appearing as different names. For example, in Chinese, the woman was worshipped as Xingmu. In India, she was known as Indrani. Germany worshipped a woman named Hertha. In Scandinavia, she was known as Caesar. But in reality, the woman was really the Queen of Babylon, Queen Semiramis. In the Roman Empire, the worship of the mother and the son was very popular. There are inscriptions that prove both the mother and the child received divine honours, especially in Rome and also in the provinces, Africa, Portugal, Bulgaria, France, Spain and Germany. So, symbolism played a big part in Babylon religion, and we still find these symbols all around the world today. One of these symbols is the rosary. This instrument has been around since the earliest of times and is always found in pagan nations. It is mentioned in the Hindu holy books and was a sacred object to the Mexicans. There are images of the goddess Diana which show her wearing rosary beads. This Catholic ritual has its roots in the pagan religions that came out of Babylon. Also, the celibacy of the priesthood that we have today, that's not an invention of the papacy, but it was an invention of Queen Semiramis of Babylon. This practice quickly spread through the pagan world and finally found its way to Rome through the worship of the Roman goddess Cybele. It has continued down the years in the Roman Catholic Church. So, from Nimrod up until just now, there's always been a false system, a religion in place. This system was born in Babylon, and today it has its seat in the Roman Catholic Church. The doctrines of the Catholic Church and the religion of Babylon have many similarities. We've got the mother and son worship. We've got the sun worship. We've got the rosary. We've got the celibacy of the priesthood. That's just a few. So these similarities show that the Roman Catholic Church that we have today does have its roots in Babylonian religion, and that it is a system that's described in the book of Revelation as mystery, Babylon the Great. So this Babylonian religion, from the time of Nimrod, carried on right through the world, right through the ages, even up until the time of Jesus Christ. But when Jesus Christ died, Christianity started spreading like wildfire through the world. A result of this was that the Roman Empire started losing its power over the people. So to stop Christianity from spreading, they burned Christians alive, fed them to the lions, and some Roman rulers even used Christians as human candles to light the way to their palaces. But nothing worked for Rome, as the more they tried to crush out Christianity, the more it grew in power and numbers. In a last-ditch attempt by Rome, they decided that if they could not beat it, they would join it. So by doing this, they would then be able to control it. So in 312 AD, the Emperor Constantine declared Christianity to be the state religion of Rome. And so was born the Roman Catholic Church. To make the new religion of Rome more acceptable to the masses, Constantine changed the names of his pagan idols and rituals to that of Christian ones. These were eventually incorporated into Christian worship. For example, the mother and son statues were renamed as Mary and Jesus, and pagan gods were renamed as Christian saints. Pagan holidays were also reclassified as Christian holidays, the most well-known one being that of the Saturnalia celebrations, which was renamed Christmas. You've also got Easter, and then for the goddess Ishtar. So there's many similarities, and I hope I've shown you a few of these today. And thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you the next time.